Good evening, guys. Hello and welcome back once again to a new season, season 21 of the Aero League Racing's GT7 Championship. Obviously, we are with Tier 1 once again. This is round 1. We're at Canada. Big up Gilles Villeneuve. Where is Gilles this season? He's in Tier 2, I think, isn't he? I digress. So, getting into this brand new season, we had a new champion once again. BX Royal took the title away from, it was Racing Green who we're looking at now. He's in the R8 this season. Hopefully that car's going to treat him a little bit better than that Alpha did this season before, because yeah, he lost the title. And who else do we have here? So we've got Plat for Life in the Citroen, or the Citroen as we lovingly call it. I wonder how well he's going to do in that. He had a very solid debut in Tier 1 last season. He managed to finish second after missing the first round. Well, in fact, he actually dominated Tier 2 in the first round, so he got instantly promoted up to Tier 1. Obviously finishing in second place, only 29 points behind BX Royal. BX Royal finished in first with 236. We got Tim finishing in third place in the McLaren. That was a solid result there for Tim. Zico was fourth. Alessandro finished in fifth. Racing Green sixth in the end. Yannick was seventh. We had CMP finished in eighth. Carla topped it off in ninth. Natty G was there in 10th. We had Kellen in 11th. Kep was 12th. Anonymous 13th. Hasnain was 14th. And Mortvelos was 15th. And then obviously we also had Sam, Capel and Perry on the leaderboard as well. Obviously reserves for the season. And coming into this season, we have got a few new faces coming up from Tier 2, and obviously we've got a few reserves as well. I have got a list here in front of me. I've just got to find it. So, as I was saying, BX, the lovely gent, has sent me some information for you guys. So we have got, in fact, 25 drivers in Tier 1 this season. We have 15 full-time drivers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 reserve drivers. So we've got BX Royal with CMP in the Suzuki VGT. We've got Plat for Life in the Citroen with Kep as his teammate. We've got Lewis, who's making a debut. I think he's one of the fastest guys on GT, won the eSports Championship last season as well as winning round 1 of eSports last night. So yeah, he's making a debut this evening, paired up with PZN in the BMW M6. Then we have Zico and Yannick in the Nissan GTR, Alessandro and Viking making a return. Welcome back, Viking. Both in the Jaguar. Racing Green and Mighty Mini Smiley, who's come up from Tier 2? Yeah, Tier 2 champion last season. Mighty Mini Smiley, Harry TBG. He is paired with Racing Green, as I say, in the Audi R8. We have got Sam and Iggy in the AMG 20. That's 13 and 14. And then Tim rounding out the full-time drivers in the Ferrari 296. Matty is his teammate, also in the Ferrari 296, but a reserve driver. Then we have Carter, Capel, Badabig, Fatban, Rataka, Astro Sam, Apolio, Apilu, ITM, EZM and Magi rounding out the reserves. So Rataka and Joseph that's going to be easier than whatever it is. But yeah, they're new to ALR this season, so welcome along. Big welcome to Rataka and Apilu. Welcome along to ALR and Tier 1 as well. But yeah, they are the reserves racing tonight. So Rataka, Apilu and Badabig are the reserves racing tonight. Badabig was fighting for the championship in Tier 2 last season, has been promoted, but obviously as a reserve. But yeah, so we're going to keep our eyes on Lewis, apparently one of the fastest guys on GT at the moment. I don't think we can see him on tracks. Oh, BX Royal in the hot tub time machine. That is the GT7 bathtub. What a choice of car. Is he going to be able to defend the title in that awful looking car this season. And it is terrible, isn't it? It's ghastly. Panzani in the M6. And there we go, Harry, one of our first, he's tier 2 champion, here now in tier 1. So it's Mini Mighty Smiley. In the R8, Tim in the pits, he's in the Ferrari, is it a 298, 296? The new Ferrari, Iggy. Everybody loves Iggy, the Time Lord. He is in the Mercedes, as I said, and Zico. Yeah, it was a very plain livery for Zico this season, just lime green. So I think it's going to definitely be an interesting season once again. Racing green and his teammate in the Audi R8. I think it's definitely become a bit of a weapon once again, hasn't it? They seem to ruin it towards the start of GT7. It was just undrivable, but it's definitely become a lot better with the latest, or with the most recent bot changes and with the physics updates. It's going to be heavy on the tyres though. Alessandro in the Jaguar. Alessandro had quite a solid season last season, didn't he? I think him and Zico in the Lexus. Oh, Viking Dog getting the rear end out on that Jaguar, trying to rejoin the chat, coming out of the pits there. It was very, very slowly indeed. I think they're going to have to watch that actually when they do have a pit change, or once they go into the pits to change the tyres. You're going to have to be a little bit careful there. So here's Lewis in the second of the two M6s. Obviously reserved for this evening. And I did read out the list, didn't I, at the start there. Obviously the full-time drivers and the reserves. But as I say, I think it's going to be a very interesting one. So Yannick in the second of the two GTR. So he is teamed up with Zico. With Joseph. Do you know what? I'm thankful, buddy, that your tag isn't. I struggle. I do struggle with. Is it a Pilu, a Polo, a Pulo? You'll have to let me know, mate, and we'll try and pronounce it right next time. As I say, BX in that. What's possessed you to choose that car? Honestly, like, it looks like a Hot Wheels. Yeah, it looks like a Hot Wheels. That's what it looks like. It looks like a little dinky Hot Wheels car. So yeah, qualifying will begin around 8 PM. We've got a couple of minutes yet of free practice. Palat for Life currently putting the fastest time on the board around Gilles Villeneuve, 1:35.7. Can he carry that into qualifying? Iggy still yet to put a time on the board, but maybe not wanting to show his hand until qualifying. And Tim also, I think, yet to put a lap in practice. We have Grippo in the Lamborghini Huracan, and Zico's just biding his time in the pits. I think Zico also holding his cards close to his chest. I think maybe, didn't we see Zico in the GTR a few seasons ago? Can't remember. Palat for Life just grazing the wall of champions there. So Tim in the beautiful new Ferrari. I believe it is a 296, isn't it? And I think it's actually a pretty decent car. I think it can become a little bit slidey. I did notice it to be a little bit slidey when I did take it for a bit of a test drive myself. But I think if anybody can tame it and keep the traction there, it's going to be Tim. Tim, he did so well, didn't he, in the McLaren last season, finishing third overall. What can he do this season in the Ferrari? So bada big. Bada big. That is 10 out of 10 for the livery, bud. That is a top livery. In fact, I think I may go and make myself it does make the Beetle look very cool indeed. Normally not a great looking car, but it actually looks pretty sick in the black and white Iggy livery. A BX has pulled in to cut someone's hair. Grippo's still waiting in the pits there. Burton's back in the pits. Plat for Life's in there. Zico's in there. So who do we have on the track? We have Alessandro still out putting in laps in that Jaguar. How is that going to fare him and Viking Dog this season? And a returning Viking Dog. Jensen says, "Oh, Lewis Burton's magic." He wears a magic hat. Does he now? Yeah, no, I hear we need to keep our eye on Lewis. Apparently he is a very, very quick driver indeed. But then we have got the fastest drivers in ALR in the GT7 Championship in Tier 1. I've had the pleasure of commentating with this tier for quite a few seasons now. It's been a couple of years, hasn't it, boys? So I think qualifying is going to be getting underway shortly. I wonder if that's a little ploy there from Badabig to try and put Iggy off. If you can get in front of the car and he's just got his name plastered all over his car. Yeah, we've had the message there from BX starting soon. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on Lewis in that M6. Maybe not one of the faster cars on paper on track, but we'll have to wait and see. Viking Dog only a 10th off a Plat for Life there. Can he carry it into qualifying? Let's go and find BX Royal. As is tradition, he's going to take us on an outlap in that... in it. The Suzuki. The Suzuki VGT at Gilles Villeneuve circuit in Canada. All the drivers now out on their outlap. Quality car pick from you go. Oh mate, like, can we discuss the Suzuki? Like BX, he's got to defend the championship, or he's going to be trying to defend the championship in that. I mean, I guess he must have done some testing. He must feel fairly confident in it. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm not amazingly confident in it, but I know how quick BX is, and like he has made other cars that I've said aren't very good. He's made them look like very good cars. But Lewis in the background there, picking up half a second's penalty on his... it's Vex, bruv. Welcome along, Peckish. Nice to have you on board, mate. If it's your first time here, it is obviously your boy Vexed. It's Vex, man. Taking you through proceedings. He has busted acceleration. Oh, Jensen says the Suzuki has busted acceleration. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? We'll have to see how the tyre wear fares. Obviously, we have around about a 15-minute sprint race for the first race, and then a 40-minute endurance. But it's going to be a laps race because obviously people were slowing down towards the end, so they didn't have to do another lap. So we've got lap races now. But it's still around the same time frame. So the sprint race, you'll probably see him go balls to the wall. I don't think we'll see a pit stop. Obviously, we will see a pit stop, or maybe even two in the feature. So I digress. So we have obviously BX Royal in that Suzuki thing. Lewis is in the M6, followed by Racing Green there in the Audi R8. We've got Bada Big in the Iggy Volkswagen Beetle. We have Alessandro in the Jaguar. Harry is in the second of the two Audi. We have Viking Dog in the second of the two Jaguar. Zico is there in the GTR, followed by his teammate there, Yannick. Then we have Joseph in the Mazda RX Vision, the Angry Wasp. We've got Ziggy, we've got Iggy, Iggy the Time Lord in the Mercedes AMG 20, followed by Ponzani in the second of the two M6s. Tim is there in the Ferrari 296. We've got Grippo in the... It's awesome, isn't it? Then we have Grippo in the Lamborghini Huracan, and Plat for Life in the Citroen. Yeah, Joseph in the Powerpuff Girls livery. Yeah, interestingly, Zuko and Yannick going for a fairly plain livery this season. I don't know if we're going to have any night races, but if we do, then the yellow headlights are going to have to go. I don't know if they're aware, but racing green sideways across the start finish. So, BX Royal had the fastest time, but Viking Dog has gone faster. Viking Dog puts in a 1:35.778 to take provisional pole, dropping BX down into second at the moment. Lewis is there in third, only a tenth off of... Oh, Tim goes only a tenth off of Viking Dog, 700ths faster than BX Royal. BX Royal now down into third place. He's going to have to put in another flying lap. Lewis, obviously, as well, he was hampered by that half a second penalty on his outlap. That may have hampered his first flying lap. We'll have to see what his next one, what he can do. Maybe also another one holding his cards close to his chest. Maybe knows he could do decent from wherever he is, so perhaps just settling for just having a conservative qualifying session. Alessandro currently sat in provisional 5th place, with Yannick provisional dropping down to 7th. So Plat for Life going up into provisional 2nd place. He has split Viking Dog and Tim. Tim now down to 3rd, BX is there in 4th, Lewis 5th, Alessandro now 6th, Yannick 7th, Zico 8th, Joseph down in 9th, 8 tenths off the leader. Grippo down in 10th place. Iggy only managing to do a 1:36.9 so far, 1.1 seconds off of the leader. Ponzani down in 12th there, Harry 13th, Balabig currently 14th. Racing Green. Yeah, Racing Green, obviously he was sideways, wasn't he, across the start finish. We didn't see what happened there. I think maybe just lit it up around the final turn and... Or through, yeah, it was through the chicane, isn't it? The chicane on the approach to the Wall of Champions. That may be where he got a little bit unsettled and just lit up them rear to... Oh my days, we have 19... yeah, I didn't want to look down and see that. We've got 19 viewers. Welcome along, everybody. So Tim goes faster. He goes a 10th faster than Viking Dog. That drops Viking Dog now down into provisional 2nd place. We're 5.5 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session. So the top 6, the only people so far to drop into the 135s, everybody else on 136s. We've got Iggy down there in 7th place. He's improved up into 7th. So currently Tim on provisional pole, with Viking Dog now in 2nd, Plat for Life in 3rd, Lewis in 4th, Alessandro 5th, BX down in 6th now, Iggy there in 7th. Plat for Life goes faster again, 35.6 for Plat for Life in the Citroen. I will stop calling it the Citroen. It's a Citroen, isn't it? The Citroen VGT. In fact, inside, if we go on board, looking like some kind of fighter plane or something. Pretty cool. And how is he purple through there? You saw that sliding. Perhaps this thing favours sliding through some of the corners, but making it look easy at the moment. He was actually a 10th purple through that previous sector. We're going to stay on board for just a second with Plat for Life and see what he pays through the next split. In fact, he's only got a couple more turns and we'll be on to the back straight and the approach to the start finish. But currently it's 3 tenths. 3 tenths up! How was he 3 tenths up? So Plat for Life looking to put in an absolutely stonking lap if he can keep this up through the duration. On the approach now to the final chicane and the Wall of Champions. Oh, in fact, no, we didn't. Where was the... Oh, it's here. 22 viewers. That's insane. Welcome along, everyone. Thank you for the support. Obviously, come and cheer along your favourite driver. So Plat for Life doing a 1:35.039. That's almost a 1:34 there from Plat for Life. 6 tenths faster than at the moment 2nd place Tim. Viking provisional 3rd, trying to get past Badabig there. He's actually on an outlap, so is Tim's on an outlap as well. Is Lewis going to be posting this time? We'll stay on board with Lewis as he is coming up to the final chicane and he'll be putting in a time, will he, or will he dip into the pits? Don't think he's got time to go in the pits now. Getting nicely hooked up through the chicane. What is it going to be as he comes across the line? And it's a 1:35.5. Puts him up into provisional second place. Tim on an outlap. Viking on an outlap. Grippo currently P5. Can he improve? In fact, it looked like he just slowed down there, so I don't think he's going to be improving this time round. Or is he? So no, he's actually down there. Maybe he was serving a penalty at the end. So Alessandro provisional 6th, BX down in provisional 7th place, your current tier 1 champion. Iggy down to 8th, Yannick provisional 9th, Zico 10th, Joseph 11th, Racing Green only finding enough for 10th at the moment. Come on, Racing Green. Maybe licking his wounds a little bit after the awful outing he had in the Alpha last season. Actually finishing 6th place, so he didn't have that much of a bad season. To be fair, I think some of the races he did want to write off, but some of the races he pulled on some decent results. So Plat for Life still with the fastest time on the board. So Lewis is going to improve here. Currently sat provisional 2nd place. I know he's down as well. Tim is the next person. Who's then going to be the next person across the line? So BX Raw improves up into 3rd place. Tim now down to 4th. Can Viking Dog do anything here? Can Ponzani improve? Viking Dog with half a second. Is Ponzani going to move up? And Ponzani doesn't improve there either, I don't believe. Will Grippo improve? Oh, and Lewis did. So Lewis up into... Oh no, Lewis was in 2nd, wasn't he? 4/10 off of... So Grippo improves on this lap, but still currently provisional 7th. Iggy doesn't improve. Racing Green. Tim improves up into provisional 3rd place. Plat for Life improves on his time once again at 1:34.967. One absolutely stonking time there from Plat for Life. So I was saying that might have been a bad choice for a car, but it's looking like he's definitely fully confident in the Citroen's abilities. 5/10 ahead of Lewis, so Lewis looking like he's going to start in 2nd place. Tim will start in 3rd, BX in 4th, Viking starts in 5th, Alessandro in 6th, Grippo will start in 7th, Iggy 8th, Yannick 9th, Racing Green starts in 10th, Zico 11th, Joseph will start in 12th with Ponzani in 13th place, Harry will start in 14th, and Bada Big rounds it up in 15th in the Beetle. What a qualifying session that was. So Plat for Life into the 34s, from 2nd to 7th in the 35s. I think pretty much everyone else in the 36s. So yeah, that was it once again. Plat for Life with the fastest lap, 1:34.967. Lewis finished in 2nd. Tim will start in 3rd. BX starts in 4th. Viking in 5th. Alessandro 6th. Grippo 7th. Iggy in 8th. Yannick starts in 9th. Racing Green in 10th. Zico 11th. Joseph 12th. Ponzani 13th. Harry 14th. And Bada Big starts in 15th place. And race 1 will begin shortly. What a time, Ross, innit? What a time. Nearly 6/10 faster than the rest of the field. So we have Plat for Life lining up on pole for the first time in this season, for the first race in season 21, round 1. We wait for the lights. And they're off. Oh, Burton getting a little bit bogged down there. It looked like BX Royal almost managing to get up his inside. In fact, he's gone around the outside. Burton's going to hold off on the inside, though, as he manages to hold that position. Who do we have in the background there? Is Viking Dog and the second Jaguar of Alessandro there, side by side. Then we've got Iggy there and Tim, 6th and 7th. Also battling out for position. Iggy trying to get a cheeky nose up the inside there. Manages to get past Tim. Tim now down to 7th place. Iggy's up to 6th. Welcome along, we're back. So Platt for Life getting a very good getaway there. He's 1.2 seconds ahead of the rest of the field already. Lewis is going to try and hold on to him, try and reel him back in, as BX Royal now under pressure from Viking Dog. Viking Dog's going to have a look up the inside. Is he into this next right-hander? Oh, and there's a tiny bit of contact there. There was nowhere for BX to go. He had to take the off-ramp, the exit road. Looks like he may lose that position finally too. He's actually dropped how many positions? So Alessandro moves up into 3rd place there. Iggy follows through into 4th. BX is now down to 5th. Grippo is up to 6th place. He takes it away from Viking Dog. Viking Dog down to 7th. Tim is now in 8th place with Yannick in 9th. We've got Zico there in 10th. Racing Green's 11th. Joseph 12th. Harry in 13th. Badabig 14th. And Ponzani in 15th place. So Platt for Life goes through the chicane for the first time. There's a little bit of shenanigans there. Very close indeed. Very congested from the rest of the field. Iggy manages to come through in 3rd place. Alessandro now in 4th with BX Royal in 5th. Grippo 6th. I think this is where the battle is at the moment. As Viking Dog goes for a look up the inside. Not quite close enough to get it done. Oh, there's somebody else in the background there. Who's that? I think it was Tim. Tim getting shuffled down the order. Somebody else off. Zico. Zico's lost 2 seconds to the back of Badabig. Hopefully he can manage to reel it back in. Badabig getting overtaken once again by Ponzani. Oh, Badabig getting a little bit squirrely there on the exit. Managed to keep that Beetle in check. So Harry there in 12th, trying to make his move on Yannick now. Yannick in 11th there, following Joseph, Racing Green and Tim. And a gap has formed in this train. Viking Dog is at the back. Then we have Grippo, we have BX Royal, we have Alessandro, and we have Iggy. Iggy defending out to Alessandro. Alessandro tries to have a look around the outside. Wasn't quite close enough to get it done. He's going to have to try and wait for another opportunity, but it looks like the Jaguar maybe has the grunt over the Mercedes along the back straight here. Iggy's going to defend that inside line. Hopefully we're not going to see any shenanigans coming into the chicane. Who's going to be braver? Iggy is going to stay. No, he's actually backed out. Alessandro managed to get through, got the move done. Iggy a little bit squirrely on the exit there. BX Royal all over his bumper now. BX Royal wants to try and get a move done on Iggy. He's going to be on the outside for this next left-hander, but it will turn into his corner for the right. Oh no, as they both come together. Iggy gets shuffled off. BX. Yeah, BX has pulled over. He's waiting for Iggy. That's great sportsmanship there from BX. He just got a little bit caught out under braking, I think, and just tapped the rear of Iggy, and it just sent him sideways. So we now have Alessandro still in 3rd place there. We have Grippo now in 2nd place. Viking Dog's up to 5th. Grippo 4th, sorry. Viking Dog up to 5th. Iggy now in 6th. Tim is 7th. BX Royal down to 8th. That's unlucky BX. Great sportsmanship on show there though. Racing Green and now in 9th, trying to chase down BX Royal. Joseph, it's getting a little bit congested in the background here. Who is this? It's Tim, BX and Racing Green, all very close indeed, as Tim picks up half a second's penalty. That isn't going to help him in his efforts. He's going to try and hold it around the outside. He managed to keep the position. BX Royal goes up the inside there of Racing Green. I think Racing Green was trying to go around the outside of BX. Didn't quite manage to sew it up though. These two are having a bit of a battle now. And now we also have Joseph creeping up. He wants a bit of the action as well. They're almost going to be free. Oh, this is going to end them tears. Racing Green gets through. In fact, Joseph looked like he backed out to let Tim take the turn. And then we had a few people hit the World Champions behind Zico, Harry and Ponzani. 3 wide as they come down to turn 1. Harry getting a little bit bullied. Manages to come out ahead though. Up into 11th, so Harry 11th, Zico 12th, Ponzani 13th, BX Royal, what happened to BX again? He's down in 14th. Bada Big down in 15th for 2 seconds. The Plat for Life putting on an absolute performance at the moment in the sprint race. He is truly running away with it. 3.1 seconds up the road from Lewis. And I think Lewis is actually driving the socks off of that BMW as well. He's not trying to save tyres, it doesn't look like. And it is one of my all-time favourite cars, the M6. Such a lovely machine. But Alessandro still holding on to 3rd place at the moment. Didn't fall foul to the shenanigans, and he had a bit of a lucky break there. Grippo's up to P4 onto the back of Alessandro now in the Lamborghini Huracan. That thing is starting to come to life. And he's definitely got the tyres warmed up now, hasn't he? Managing to keep Viking Dog honest as well. Viking Dog there in 5th place. So Grippo finding himself in a Jaguar sandwich at the moment. Then we have Iggy down in 6th. Iggy starting to reel them back in. Oh, Grippo getting a little bit sideways on the exit there. These 3 very close indeed. I think the Jaguar's just got just enough grunt to keep that Lamborghini at bay. It doesn't look like Grippo's been able to set any moves up. He gets close and then just doesn't seem to be able to seize an opportunity. Just not quite close enough. Maybe up the inside here. Ooh. He had to think about it, didn't he? Thought about a move. Wasn't quite on that time, but he could surely get it done there up the inside into the hairpin. But it is a very tight hairpin. And that's actually put him under pressure now from Viking Dog. Viking Dog's going to have a look up the inside into the chicane. Oh, Grippo's back well out. Didn't want any of that smoke. Trying to keep on the back of Viking on the exit. He definitely had a better exit there. Viking Dog has obviously got his teammate Alessandro as well. Maybe these two can work together to try and pull away from the rest of the field. Get onto the back of Lewis up ahead. But at the moment, this is a 4-car battle for 3rd place. Alessandro leading from P3 at the moment. Obviously, we still have Lewis in 2nd place, who is 5.4 seconds ahead of Alessandro. Alessandro 9.5 seconds off Plat at the moment. Plat is absolutely well and truly cooking. He's absolutely cooking up a storm, and he's going to have to start in 10th, isn't he? From yeah, it could be. It could definitely could be. Definitely in the running, isn't it? And I think Plat for Life in the only Citroen. Is he not our teammate, Plat for Life? I didn't see another Citroen on track unless his teammate couldn't make it this evening. I'll have to have a look back through the list that BX sent me. I should probably pin it on my forehead. So Lewis still there in 2nd place. Then we have the 4-car train of Alessandro, Viking Dog, Grippo and Iggy. Jensen. So Racing Green in a bit of no man's land at the moment. 3.9 seconds off the back of Iggy, but 2.7 seconds ahead of Joseph. Joseph and Tim having a bit of a battle now. And I think Tim got caught up in some of the shenanigans, didn't he, earlier, when we saw Zico have that spin as well. I think there was just a bit of a concertina through turn 1. Oh, don't... Yeah, no, yeah. It was because you made me laugh. Oh, my days. Bruv. Yeah, no, it's not as bad. It's not as bad, but it has been lingering. I don't think it's back. I think it's the same one. It just refuses to go away. I digress. It's not that bad. It's not that deep. But Joseph in the Powerpuff livery, keeping Tim Grin at bay. So Joseph A. Tim with a massive slide. I told you, I said that, didn't I? In testing, that Ferrari to me felt very slidey. Oh, that wait. Okay. Okay, so that wasn't actually a slide at all. Let's not look at that. We'll forget that happened. So Zico with battle scars on that GTR. You can see the missing paintwork. Let's see if we can get a better shot for you. See scratches on the front. He's been in the walls as Zico. Oh, and on the back there as well. Currently 10th place for Zico. Harry there in 11th. Yannick is in 12th. We have BX Royal down in 13th place. Can he salvage any more positions in this sprint race? We're on lap 8 now of 10. Oh, Bada Big's into the pits. Bada Big. Yeah, it is stacked, isn't it? Absolutely stacked in tier 1. A Plat for Life still doing Plat for Life things at the front. Only 5.1 seconds ahead of Lewis. Lewis with a mighty 7 seconds over Alessandro. Alessandro's just got the move done on his teammate. So them two swapping positions. No team orders at the moment from the Jaguars. As it looks like Viking Dog's going to have a look around the outside. Alessandro holding that inside line on the approach to the final chicane. Who's going to be braver on the brakes? Alessandro keeps the position. Viking Dog looking really racy on the exit. Let's hope these two don't have a coming together. We've seen it before, haven't we, between teammates in the past. Oh, Viking Dog. Viking Dog, that was a mighty attempt there from Viking Dog. Alessandro keeps the position though. But it's just bringing the rest of them back into the race. What are you doing? If I was their team manager, I'd be screaming at them now, going, why are you fighting? Work together, you need to pull away from Gripper and Iggy. Like, come on, man. But it looks like they're having fun, which is the main thing. You've got to have fun while you're racing, and otherwise, what is the point? Yeah, for sure. Capel says establishing team dominance in race 1. I think they definitely are. So yeah, we have a race on between the two Jaguars. It actually looks like maybe Viking Dog's calmed it down a little bit. Realising that Grippo has managed to creep onto the back of them once again. Iggy only 6 tenths off the back of Grippo. Racing Green still in no man's land. Joseph has managed to create a bit of breathing space over Tim. I think Tim is suffering a little bit from slidey tyre syndrome. Zico has half a second's penalty, but Harry has as well, so that is going to null both of their penalties. They're going to be side by side, aren't they? Oh, nobody wanting to give way. Oh, they are side by side, sideways contact. I think the second GTR of Yannick managed to get through there as well. Yeah, Kep should. He should definitely come back racing, for sure. Oh, and Yannick getting the move done there on Zico. Zico looking like he might lose that position to Harry as well. Harry Trying to get his nose up the inside of Yannick there as well. That's just compromised him though. He's going to lose that position once again to Zico. BX Royal's been waiting in the wings. He's seen all this fighting happen. Managed to get up the inside of Harry now. Can he get past Zico as well? Trying to make up for lost time. This is the final lap. We have Bada Big out on a fresh set of softs, maybe trying to go for the fastest lap. But this guy here, absolutely dominating from start to finish. 134.9 in qualifying. He's done a 134.9 in the race as well. That is astonishing race pace there from Plat for Life. He's going to take the checkered flag and the win in this first race of the evening. Lewis in his debut, he's going to finish here in second place. GG Lewis. Alessandro and Viking Dog, they're going to finish third and fourth. Grippo finishes in fifth. Zico is sixth. Racing Green in seventh place there. Joseph will finish in eighth. We got Tim finishing in ninth. Yannick, oh, Bada Big's going to drop behind Yannick. So Yannick, it was Yannick in 10th, Zico 11th, BX Royal in 12th, Harry 13th, Ponzani 14th, and they dropped Bada Big all the way down to 15th place there. In fact, I think Bada Big actually was lapped. He was a lap car. Because he obviously went to the pits, didn't he, to take on the fresh set of softs. But there you go, that was it. That was the first race of the evening over and done with. So we're going to have a reverse top 10 grid for the feature race. So Plat for Life took the win there, took the fastest lap as well, 134.915 for Plat for Life. Lewis finished in second place. Alessandro was third. We had Viking Dog in fourth place. Grippo was fifth. We had Iggy in sixth. Racing Green seventh. Joseph was eighth. We had Tim in ninth. Yannick was 10th. Zico 11th. BX Royal was 12th. We had Harry in 13th. Ponzani was 14th and Bada Big in 15th. So Yannick is going to line up on pole for the feature race with Tim in second place. We're going to have Joseph starting in third with Racing Green in fourth. Iggy will be fifth. Grippo sixth. Viking Dog seventh. Alessandro eighth. Burton in ninth. And Plat for Life will start in 10th place. And as always, guys, before the feature race, we'll have a quick couple of minute intermission, have a quick break so everyone can grab a refreshment or have a toilet break or whatever they so choose to do. I'm going to do so myself. I think the lobby will reset and then we'll see people testing out their tyre choices, so we will put you on board with somebody once that happens. But yeah, just to touch on Plat for Life, that was some insane pace. But yeah, we want our friendly neighbourhood Canadian too. Here we go, so this is the lobby reset, so we'll be able to put you on board with somebody testing out their tyre choices whilst I run to the bathroom. Who's going to go out? Come on, who's going to go out first? Somebody's going to go out. I know they are. Yeah, somebody's going out. There we go. And it is Plat for Life, so you can... Oh, no, it's not. Plat, we doing? So Viking Dog. We'll leave you on board with Viking Dog for a minute. I'll be back shortly. Yeah, like don't even get me started on the wing on that Citroen. Like I think if they changed the wing on it, it'd be quite a beautiful machine, but I think the wing kind of spoils it. But yeah, to touch on what you were saying earlier, I think it was Capel. Yeah, it's a stacked tier 1. It's almost like tier 1 All-Stars, ALR All-Stars. Like the Champions League, ALR Champions League. I think Viking Dogs won it, Iggy's won it, Zico's won it, Bada Big tier 2, Harry was tier 2, I think Alessandro won tier 2, Tim has been very close, BX has won it, Racing Green's won it, Iggy's won it, yeah. Yeah, we've got a lot of champions in the lobby this evening. If not tier 1, tier 2, or eSports. So yeah, some big names in tier 1 this season. And I believe this is going to be it. So we are getting into the feature race. We're going to find the leader, who is Yannick. Yannick lining up on pole with Tim in second place. Joseph starting in third. How is the GTR off the line? Oh, it's a rolling start, obviously, for the feature. Klaxon sounded, they're off. Yannick getting a good getaway there. It looked like Joseph getting a better getaway than Tim. Tim maybe bogged on the line a little bit, but Tim managed to close up under braking through turn 1. So no moves being made as yet. So Joseph there in third place, Racing Greens in fourth, Iggy fifth, Grippo sixth, Viking in seventh, Alessandro 8th, Burton in 9th, Platt for Life in 10th, Zico 11th, BX in 12th, Harry 13th, Panzani 14th, and Badabig in 15th. It looks like maybe the lobby's become a little bit unstable. Hopefully it's going to smooth itself out. So Yannick still leads the race with a 6/10 gap over Tim. Tim in the brand new Ferrari. Well, brand new to GT7 anyway. I think it does sound pretty awesome. We've got Joseph in the Mazda RX Vision. Started in third. Can he manage to make his way past second and first? He's got to try and keep Racing Green at bay as well in that R8. We've got Iggy now in fifth place. Who was that? Somebody on the inside wall, or was it a shadow? Maybe I saw a shadow. I think it was. I think it was Grippo. Grippo Grippo losing a couple of positions there. Oh, going out really deep there, really deep in turn 1. That's losing him a position to Viking Dog and Lewis as well, I think. Lewis up the inside there. So Grippo getting shuffled down the order, down into 10th place. A little bit of damage on the car as well. Zico getting really squirrely there through that chicane. Bada Big has moved up a couple of positions, up into 12th place for Bada Big. So we have Ponzani now in 13th, BX Royal down in 14th, and Harry down in 15th. Yannick still with 7 tenths over Tim. Tim just closing up under braking. That Ferrari must be very good on the brakes. Yeah, I like Banner's livery. Oh, Grippo's put in the chat something about lag, and yeah, I think I've noticed that myself, mate, on the stream. I think the lobby's become a little bit unstable between the first race and this race. I'm not sure what or why. Hopefully it settles down, smooths itself out. But Tim has managed to close that gap right back up once again. He's now back down to 4 tenths. It was around 7 before. He's managed to pull a second over Joseph as well. Joseph still valiantly holding on to 3rd place, managing to keep racing green within a 6 tenths window, so that gap remaining consistent. And Iggy 8 tenths off the back of Racing Green. Then we have Plat for Life. Plat for Life has managed to make his way up into 6th place from 10th. Alessandro now 7th. Lewis is in 8th. We've got Viking Dog in 9th. Zico is 10th. Grippo now 11th. So it doesn't... Having a look at the inside again into the hairpin. Manages to get it done. Zico, man, come on, put some stickers or something on your car, bro. It's really bare. I like minimal look. Always got to have a look at the inside. Is he? No, thinks better of it. Not quite close enough. Oh, that was very spicy through there indeed. How did he stay so close to the rear end of Grippo without hitting the wall about? Oh my god. And he's going to have a look now into turn 1. Grippo's going to keep it though through 2. The Grippo's still there in 10th place. And then we have Bada Big, Ponzani, BX Royal, Harry. So Yannick starting to pull away now from Tim. Tim must have had a moment somewhere. I think maybe suffering from the tyre wear again. On the mediums as well as Tim. So Yannick on the softs. You think he would have pulled away a lot sooner? How long is he going to be able to make them? Oh, Bada Big's gone. I think we've had a DC. So Yannick now with 1.2 seconds over Tim. Tim's trying to keep Joseph at bay. Joseph has pulled a couple more tenths over Racing Green, it looks like. That gap has definitely opened up. Through the chicane for the 4th time in this race. Definitely a little bit dicey through there. Joseph has lost a bit of time now to Tim. Racing Green's going to have a look around the outside into turn 1. Joseph's going to have the inside for turn 1, but it's going to turn into Racing Green's for the 2nd one. And yeah, he gets it done. So Racing Green, that was a good move there. Very clean. Joseph down to 4th place now. Only 3 tenths off the back of Racing Green, still in a position to be able to retake that position, but he's also got Iggy not far behind him as well. Iggy getting the rear end out on that Mercedes AMG. We haven't seen a lot really of Iggy tonight. He wasn't, he was, I think he was towards the front, wasn't he, in the sprint? In fact, no, he started in 4th or 5th, didn't he? So yeah, the battle for 3rd place really starting to heat up now. Tim's starting to reel Yannick back in up ahead. And looks like Iggy now conscious that Plat for Life behind him, trying not to give him the toe. As you can see, a battle forming ahead. Joseph up the inside now of Racing Green into the hairpin. GG Joseph manages to get it done. Can he keep the position though through turn 1? We saw Racing Green go around the outside and it turned into his tail. He's going to cover the outside off this time. Opens up the door on the inside. Oh, but great defending there that time from Joseph, not allowing Racing Green to be able to get up the inside or the outside. In fact, I think that has brought Plat for Life well and truly into this battle for 3rd place. You see the battle for 1st start to heat up as well. Tim really onto the back of Yannick once again in the Ferrari. Tim putting in the work in that Ferrari. And Yannick also doing a great job at the moment in the GTR. Where's Zico though? Zico must be down towards the latter half of the field somewhere. Oh, Tim closing right up under braking once again. That is how good that Ferrari is on the brakes. Who's going to have the better grunt along the back straight though? Tim is going to pull out, have a look up the inside. He's going to get it done before the chicane, and he actually does. The overspeed of that Ferrari just putting him past the GTR with ease. Yannick grazing the wall of champions on the exit there, ever so slightly. I think he lost the wing mirror. We'll have to pick that up after the race. Oh no, it's still there. Maybe having to go to the paint shop. Although I'm sure that's probably a wrap. Probably just wrap the car for this season. Joseph still holding on to 3rd place in the Powerpuff liveried Mazda RX Vision, the Angry Wasp. Doing a cracking job, if I say so myself. And Racing Green still holding on to 4th place. Racing Green on softs. So who have we got on softs? So we have Tim on the mediums. Oh, Tim's managed to get past Yannick. Yeah, we saw that, didn't we? With the overspeed of the Ferrari. So Tim on the mediums has managed to get past Yannick on the softs. The softs are going to be coming to the end of their life expectancy. They're definitely looking a little bit worse for wear at the moment. How many more laps is Yannick going to run them for? I'm not too sure. So Joseph also on the softs there in 3rd place. Racing Green is on softs. We have Iggy on mediums. Plat for Life is on the medium tyre. Plat for Life is really starting to close up now. Will you get a penalty for leaving the race? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, dude. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. In fact, no. I'll give you a penalty if you leave the race. Stay in the race. I'm joking. So Plat for Life and Iggy having a ding dong. Plat for Life has managed to get past though, up into 5th place. The Plat for Life has come from 10th, so up 5 positions. Iggy down into 6th now. So yeah, that was what we was looking at, the tyres, wasn't it? So we saw the front 4. Yeah, I think maybe mentioning it on the stream wasn't the best idea. But the way you had to ask these questions, like as I say, I'm sorry, I can't give all the answers all the time. I do try. Yeah, so you won't get a penalty, but you will get a quali ban. I think that's fine. So yeah, that was it. Racing Green is on the softs as Platform Life has a look up the inside on the mediums. The softs are definitely starting to fade now. Are we going to see this first start of pit stops from the soft runners? Nobody into the pits as yet though, as Platform Life is still looking for the move on the Audi of Racing Green. Racing Green's going to hug that inside line. In fact, no, he's not. He's not. I think Platt just biding his time, doesn't want to use too much of that rubber too soon. Knows the other guys around him, probably on a soft strategy. Oh, Brent. So Platt for Life really putting the pressure on Racing Green. Oh, Iggy in the background there. He like sliding it around that corner, didn't he? Holy crap. Oh, it's Platt for Life getting a little bit squirrely there. That almost opened the door up to Iggy. Iggy almost getting a better exit. I think they've all raised the barrier with the rear end there. I was Racing Green really compromised now. Platt for Life is going to have a look up the inside. This is somewhere I didn't think we'd see a move come, but he's going to get it done. Oh, I think they've had to take the run off ever so slightly. I think Iggy and Racing Green having a bit of a coming together there. Very congested through that last turn. Platt for Life coming out unscathed, managed to get a move done up into 4th place. And Viking Dog? Where's Viking Dog come from? Absolutely jumping on the brakes at the last minute, managed to get that Jaguar stopped. That was absolutely insane braking skills there from Viking Dog. I'm not sure how he managed to get it stopped. Yeah, I mean, just gets a little bit congested, doesn't it, at times. So there we go, Racing Green is now into the pits. He's going to go for the undercut, lap 10 now of 26. Tim still in the lead of the race on the medium compound tyre, 3.1 seconds ahead of Yannick. Yannick on the very heavily worn soft compound, as is Joseph. I think maybe Joseph's going to try and follow Yannick in. That'd probably be a good strat. Behind we have Platt for Life now in 4th place, trying to close that gap up to 3rd. Viking Dog now in 5th. He's ahead this time of Alessandro in 6th. Yeah, I'd say so, Capel. Definitely, Tim has got a very good chance. But Platt for Life is, as we've seen, he is pretty quick. So Grippo now in 7th, he's on mediums. Iggy down in 8th now, Zico's there in 9th, they're both on mediums as well. BX is in 10th, also on the mediums. Ponzani in 11th, medium tyres. Lewis in 12th, Harry 13th. And Racing Green out on a fresh set of medium compounds in 14th place, really starting to chase his teammate Harry down now. Harry on the worn set of mediums. Racing Green going for the early undercut. So now we see Yannick and Joseph, they have come into the pits to get rid of them softs. Tim now is 7.8 seconds over Platt for Life in 2nd place. But putting on a bit of a performance on the moment is Tim. Got caught up in a bit of shenanigans in the first race, in the sprint race, so that cost him a little bit, but managing to start towards the front of the pack for the feature, which has put him in good stead. He's on the medium compound, which he can take for quite a few laps more. I wonder if he'll take him to 16 laps. 16 or I predict 16 or 17 laps for the mediums, and then they'll probably go on to the softs for the final stint. But Platt for Life now up into second place, courtesy of the pit stops. Currently the fastest lap on the board as well, 1:35.994. Took the fastest lap in the sprint race as well. Yet to strap on a set of soft boots. I'm sure we're going to see the times come down once he does. He's going to be on lower fuel as well. So Viking Dog now in third place. He's only 1.5 seconds off the back of Platt for Life. Can he manage to pull that gap in on them worn medium tyres? Alessandro in fourth, and I think it was it Capel said earlier about the Jaguar probably winning the manufacturers, and at the moment they're definitely going to have max points. Grippo's found his way up into fifth place once again. He had a decent finish, didn't he, in the sprint race? What can he do here in the feature? "12 of 26, almost halfway through this feature race. Are we going to see a two-stop here? So I think the mediums are going to be pretty sketchy come lap 16. Oh, Alessandro picked up half a second. That is going to drop him surely behind Grippo. Grippo's going to have the run now, coming down to the chicane. He's going to have a look up the inside, and he gets it done. Oh, gets a bit of that curb though. He managed to stay away from the Water Champions. And Iggy and Zico in the background there, side by side. As I think Alessandro and Grippo, yeah. So Grippo still ahead in fourth place, Alessandro there in fifth. Not giving up though is Alessandro. And then we have Zico and Iggy, they were side by side, looked like they were side by side on the exit of that final chicane, but Zico now sixth. Iggy is seventh. We have BX now in eighth place, in a bit of no man's land, 5 seconds ahead and 6 seconds behind. Panzani now in ninth with his teammate there, Lewis in 10th. We have got Joseph and Harry 11th and 12th. Harry on the worn medium, so he will be surely coming in a few laps. Joseph on a fresh medium, should be able to pull away. And Racing Green on the fresh medium, still unable to find his way past his teammate. So what is going on with Racing Green? Furiously bashing his keyboard, I'd imagine. Yannick down in 14th now. So the roles have been reversed in the GTR garage and in the Jaguar garage. We now have Zico ahead of Yannick and Viking Dog ahead of Alessandro. Tim still out on them worn medium tyres, 6 seconds now ahead of Platt for Life. So Platt for Life has managed to reel that gap in by a second and a half at least. Where's Platform? There he is. What will he do? Will he go for the undercut? Who's on the better fuel? So Tim has slightly more fuel at this stage than Plat for Life. What is Plat going to do? Is he going to try and go for an undercut, or will he try and string it out? Viking Dog, only 3.6 seconds. I say only 3.6 seconds. I think last time we checked in he was 1.6 seconds off the back of Plat for Life, so he's lost a couple of seconds to the front runners at the moment, but still with a nice gap back to Grippo in fourth. And Grippo managed to find a couple of attempts to Alessandro, so he's got a little bit of breathing space, can work on that gap ahead at the moment. 5 attempts is the gap back to Alessandro. So, interestingly, are the mediums going to last until the fuel dies? Perhaps they're going to go in once the fuel indicator comes up. How much fuel would you put in though? Looks like Iggy maybe... Oh, that Mercedes has been drinking the fuel. Everyone around him has got quite a lot more. It's going to cost him in the pits. You're going to have to fill up maybe for a little bit longer. BX Royal just under quarter of a tank. Now in 8th place. Lewis is up to 9th. We got Panzani now 10th. Joseph is 11th. Racing Green at 12th. So he has finally got past his teammate. Harry now 13th. Yannick in 14th. So Racing Green only 1.1 seconds off the back of Joseph now. Can he start reeling the rest of the pack with their aided by them fresh or fresher rubber? Joseph, until he pit, was sat in 3rd place, so what can he do as well? We have still got a few guys ahead of him, still yet to pit, so he may get a few... Oh, there we go, see Ponzani now into the pits, Iggy's in, BX is in. Who stayed out? So Tim stayed out, 4.6 seconds is the gap back to Plat for Life, who has also stayed out, favouring track position, as has Viking Dog. Viking Dog with the fuel indicator warning. He's going to be running on fumes once he gets back to the pits. He's going to be having to pit at the end of this lap. Grippo has stayed out as well, as has Alessandro. So the top 5 all favouring... Oh, and Lewis has as well. So the top 6 all favouring track position. And Lewis actually got damage on his car there as well. Interestingly. Maybe having a moment somewhere. He has lost 13.8 seconds to Alessandro, 5th place. So yeah, maybe having a moment somewhere. Joseph. So Tim now into the pits. Is Plat for Life going to follow me? Does. Let's see the fuel difference there. Tim goes in with 12, Plat with 9, Viking with 4. So yeah, Tim will finish refueling before everyone else. So Grippo stayed out. Grippo stays out, favours track position, decides he wants to become leader of the race for the first time in the evening. Going for the overcut. Tim and Lewis back out on fresh rubber now. So Joseph will come. Oh, in fact, is Racing Green going to come out ahead? Oh no. Racing Green wasn't in the pits, he was in there. That was the 2 Jaguar So yeah, Joseph up to 5th place now. Racing Green is up to 6th. We have Zico now in 7th. Viking Dog re-emerges on fresh rubber in 8th. Alessandro with a 3 seconds for crossing the pit line. Alessandro, come on, brother. It's margins, isn't it? Very, very fine margins, but you've got to be careful of that stupid pit line, because it will just slap you for 3 seconds, and yeah, it's awful. Feels like a lifetime. Yannick now in 10th place. BX is in 11th. We've got Panzani now in 12th. Iggy's there in 13th. We have Harry in 14th. Yeah, Lewis has been putting on a decent performance in his debut. I think we're going to see some very good things from him. But not to take anything away from Tim. Tim and Platt also both very rapid. Grippo now into the pits. Tim will become race leader once again. He's got 5.8 seconds over Platt for life. Can Platt manage to reel him in before the finish line? So Lewis is now into the pits as well. Platt for life goes up into 2nd place. You can just see him in shot there. Coming into turn 1 now as Tim exits turn 2. Up into 3 and 4, the chicane here. Centre S. Oh, and Tim putting in a purple sector. I imagine Platt for Life's going to be doing the same behind. It looks like, yeah, he is definitely slowly chipping away at that gap. We've lost a 10th or 2 through the first few turns. Come on, Tim. You can do it. He's a 10th up. Platt for Life is 5 temps up. Right, so let's see if we can find some action. So Tim is still in the lead of the race, 5.1 seconds over Platt, who's there in 2nd place in the Citroen. And now we have Zico, followed by Joseph and Viking Dog Racing Green also in the mix there. Zico looking like he's managed to get past Joseph. Joseph down to 4th place. Zico, getting a little bit out of shape through the final chicane. Joseph's going to lose the position to Viking Dog now. Viking Dog's going to have a look up the inside into turn 1. Joseph will have the advantage for turn 2, but he has lost the position. He's down to 5th place now. Racing Green isn't far behind as well. You can see them battling up ahead. He's just going to be biding his time, just waiting for an opportunity. So Viking Dog giving Zico a bit of a flash of lights there, saying, "Where you going, mateys? Do you think you think you're getting away? I'm coming." Zico seems to have come to life in the last stages of this feature race. Up into 3rd place now, 6.8 seconds off Platt up ahead in 2nd. Can these guys reel in the top 2? Through the hairpin for the 19th time. Zico with 8 temps over Viking Dog in 4th place. We've Joseph now in 5th. Racing Green's in 6th. We have got Grippo now in 7th. Alessandro's in 8th. We have Yannick. Yannick getting a move done. Is it on BX? BX is trying to go around the outside maybe. Gets ahead momentarily. Yannick. He's going to hold that inside line. They're still side by side. Is he going to back out? No, he does. He does. He slots in behind BX. BX up into 9th. Yannick now 10th. Lewis currently sat in 11th. 8.2 seconds off the back of Yannick. Can he reel that gap in? He's only got 7 laps to do so. 6. 6 laps to do. So Iggy with half a second, currently sat in 12, 3.6 seconds off the back of Lewis. Ponzani 13th and Harry in 14th. So we lost Badabig. And Badabig having a DC, which is a shame because he had the awesome Iggy livery. Tim still managing to keep that gap fairly consistent. It's dropped though, hasn't it? It's dropped by at least a second. 4.6 seconds is now the gap back to Plat for Life. Plat for Life is definitely driving the wheels off of that Citroen. 1:35.4 was his fastest lap on lap 18. 1:35.6 was lap 19. What is it going to be here? And it's a 1:36.2. So Zico's picked up half a second's penalty. That has brought Viking Dog back into it. He just needs to close that gap. 6 tenths is the gap at the moment. He might get the position anyway with the overspeed once Zico has to slow that car down and serve his penalty. That's cost him dearly. Zico was looking good for a podium finish. Now it's looking like Viking Dog might have his hands on it. He's got one step on that third place slot. Can he take the position away from Zico? It's going to be a matter of time, isn't it? Surely once Zico serves that penalty, Viking Dog will come sailing through. Yeah, he's closed right up on the braking there. That Jaguar's so good on the brakes. Well, we know how good Viking Dog is on the brakes anyway. Last of the late breakers. So you can see the bar filling up now. Zico has pulled over to the inside, and there we go. Viking Dog sails through into third place. It didn't slow Zico down too much, but he's lost the position, and 8 tenths off the back of Viking Dog now. Viking Dog getting a little bit squirrely on the exit though of the final chicane, which has given Zico back a 10th. 7 tenths is the gap now. Can Zico manage to battle and retake that third place, or is Viking Dog going to get a podium in his return race into Tier 1? In the jug. What's the gap looking like here? So the gap has come down to 3.7 seconds between first place Tim and second place Plat for Life. Plat for Life taking the win in the sprint race, put him in 10th place off the line. Tim started in second, I believe. Is Tim going to be able to hold off the mighty Plat in that Citroen? Plat has 8 tenths over Viking Dog. I think we just saw Racing Green get a move done on Alessandro in the background there. We'll go and have a quick look. So Zico's there in 4th. Oh yeah, we've got Gagler cars here. We've got Racing Green, Joseph and Grippo. Joseph defending furiously against both cars. He can't move back over now. Somehow managing to keep the position. Oh, I think in the background there, who was that? Was it Racing Green? And oh, I don't know, somebody getting a little bit out of shape through that final chicane. Lap 23 now, 26.3 to go. And Racing Green looks like he's driving angry out there now. Lighting the rear wheels up on that R8. He doesn't want to do that too much because it will just eat into them tyres. And they're looking a little bit worse for wear already. So Joseph is still managing to hold on to that 5th place somehow. Grippo's up to 6th. We have Alessandro now in 7th. Racing Green is in 8th place. We have got BX Royal, your current Tier 1 champion, down in 9th in that thing. Yannick's there in 10th. Lewis is 11th. Iggy 12th. Ponzani still in 13th. And Harry down in 14th. Tim, 2.6 seconds is the gap now back to Racing Green. Is Racing Green pulling them in enough? I think it's definitely going to be a battle on the final lap. But Tim, in that new Ferrari, the 296, putting on an absolute show at the moment. Plat for Life has been absolutely rapid in this first round in that Citroen. Managed to take the win in the sprint race. Also took the fastest lap. Also got the fastest lap here in the feature. Only 2.9 seconds off the back of Tim in first place. On lap 24. We'll check back in just a second. So Viking Dog managed to get past Zico after Zico got that awful track limit penalty, half a second. He's managed to create a gap now of 1.6. Looks like he may be firmly seated in that 3rd place unless he has a blowout or something. Zico looks like them tyres have just died a little bit of a death on that GTR, maybe suffering a little bit now with grip. 1.4 seconds off the back of Viking Dog. We have Grippo. Grippo has managed to get past Joseph, up into 5th place for Grippo in the Lamborghini Huracan. Joseph now is in 6th. We have got Alessandro there in 7th. Racing Green is still in 8th place. Alessandro looks up the inside into the hairpin. I think that was contact with Grippo, which just sent him back behind Joseph. That was unlucky, Alessandro. I thought he was going to get that move done. I thought he was surely sewn up on the Mazda RX Vision. Who's covering that inside line now. Alessandro going to be getting the slip though off the Lamborghini. Just ahead before the chicane. He has got the move done, up into 6th place for Alessandro. Just ahead now of Joseph. As Joseph got an answer for him coming down now to turn 1. Wasn't quite close enough. Maybe going for the switchback here. Tries to get the better exit. Can't quite get the power down. BX there in 9th. Here we go. We have Tim now with only 1.3 seconds over Plat for Life. This is going to become a fight for first place. Who is going to be able to take the win here in the feature? I think Plat for Life desperately wants it. He's already had 1 win though tonight. Is he going to let Tim get away with it? I don't think he is. I think Tim's going to have to fight tooth and nail to keep that first place. Has he got enough fuel for the final lap? Has Plat got enough fuel for the final lap? It looks like he might be having a short shift already. He was up into 7th there. Looked like he was getting a little bit squirrely on the exit through the final chicane there. Yeah, he is. He's having to short shift. I think he's definitely conscious of his fuel starting to run out. Plat, please tell me you've got enough fuel to finish the lap. Yeah, this is insane. It's going to be an insane finish. Has he got enough fuel though to be able to battle for that first place? He's managed to reel Tim in. There's only 1.1 seconds in it. Nearly only a second. He's going to be creeping up into that slipstream range any time now. Tim has done such a valiant job though of holding on to that first place. Managed to take it away from Yannick. I think it was quite a few laps into the first stint. But they managed to pull out a nice gap over the rest of the field and over Plat, who's been racing his way through the grid to try and get onto the back of this man here. Has he done just enough? Is he going to be able to keep that first place? I think Platt might be running on fumes now. He might have just enough. Or Tim might have done just enough to be able to keep it. Take the win here in the feature. And I think Platt is just about to run out of fuel. But Tim has made it. He managed to keep the mighty Platt at bay. He's going to take the winner in the feature race. GG's. But Platt for life, that was an absolutely astonishing one as well, mate. GG's. Takes second place there for Platt and the fastest lap. Viking Dog in his return to Tier 1, taking third place and a podium. Zico's going to take fourth. GG Grippo takes fifth place there. Alessandro was sixth. Joseph takes seventh. We've got Racing Green 8th. BX in ninth. Lewis finishes 10th. We've got Yannick going to bring home in 11th place. Iggy also on the cusp of running out of fuel, takes 12th there. Ponzani 13th. Last but not least, it looked like Harry actually going for the two-stop there. Maybe trying to take the fastest lap at the end. Not quite managing to do so. Oh, gets a little bit out of shape over the chicane there in half a second. Just an insult to injury. But he's going to bring it across the line in 14th place. GG's, mate. And obviously we had the DC of Bada Big. Well, that was it, guys. That was the first round of season 21. What did you think of that one? That was yeah, that was absolutely cracking stuff there. Some brilliant racing on track. The results once again: Tim finishing in first place there. Platt for Life finished in second with the fastest lap. We had Viking Dog in third. Zico was fourth. Gripper was fifth. Alessandro sixth. Joseph was seventh. We had Racing Green in eighth. BX was ninth. We had Burton in 12th. 10th. Yannick was 11th. Iggy was 12th. Ponzani 13th. Harry was 14th. And Bada Big DC'd or had a DNF. That was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll be back again, same time, same place next week. I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Aero League Racing's GT7 Championship and the Tier 1 drivers. Good night.